Alright guys, yesterday we solved exponential equations. Sometimes you had to use logs. Today we're going to solve log equations, which means the equation is going to have logs in them already. And really the best way to do this is show you like different examples of different types. That's what this whole video is going to be, or different types of examples that you'll need for tomorrow. So here we go. First one says log base 3 of x equals -2. Now, anytime you just have one log, you're going to see me say tomorrow you're going to do the you're going to solve the log, which means you're going to go this base to that power equals x. Just like that's how we first learned logs. So I'm going to say x equals 3 to the -2 power. Now the -2 power means you square the 3 and you flip the 3. So you just make it 1/9. X equals 1/9. All there is to it. Next one. And all this stuff you know already. It's just a matter of putting it all together and working an equation. The next one, I have 2 logs on the same side with addition. You know what that means? That means you're going to multiply to make it 1 log. So I'm going to say the log of, multiply my x times my x plus 3. I get x squared plus 3x equals 1. Now what I'm looking at, don't let this step get you. This is the toughest thing for some reason, but it should not be. I have 1 log. Whenever you have 1 log, you work out the log. And remember, that's really base 10. So I'm going to do 10 to the first power equals that. So I'm going to say x squared plus 3x equals 10 to the first power. 10 to the first power is just 10. All right, now because it's x squared, I'm going to try to factor. I'm moving the 10 back over. X squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0. So if I factor that, I get x plus 5x minus 2. Which means my 2 answers would be -5 and 2. Now, you do have to check answers with logs. Remember, logs cannot be negative. So I put -5 in there or there, I get a negative log, which cannot happen. If I put a 2 in there, they're both positive. That's good. So my only answer is 2 on that one. Okay, this one's real similar to the last one, except it's got subtraction in it. Just a quick review what you do with subtraction. When you see 2 logs subtracted, remember that means division. So I'm going to say 2x minus 1 over the x minus 4 equals 2. And there again, I've got 1 log. Whenever you have 1 log, you do the log thing. You do 3 to that power equals that. So I'm going to say 2x minus 1 over x minus 4 equals 3 to the second power, which is 9. Now, logs are gone. You should know how to go here. I'm going to cross multiply. Make it 2x minus 1 equals 9x minus 36. I just multiplied both sides by x minus 4. I'm going to take the 2x over here with the 9x, make it 7x minus 36. Now I'm taking the 36 over, make it 35, divide by 7. I get x is 5. Plug it in to make sure it doesn't make anything negative. It doesn't. And there you go. Hopefully it's starting to click here how we're doing these things. Got one more to show you, one more type. With the last type, natural logs, and this time I have natural logs everywhere. This is going to sound weird. This should end up being the easiest one of all, but we'll see how it goes. I have subtraction on this side. When you have subtraction to make it 1 log, you do division. So I'm going to say natural log of 4x plus 6 over x plus 5 equals the natural log of x. Now, because I have natural log on both sides, you can ignore or eliminate the natural logs, or just drop them and say 4x plus 6 over x plus 5 equals x. And I'm going to do the same thing I did on the last slide. I'm going to cross multiply to make my fraction go away. So I'm saying 4x plus 6 is x squared plus 5x. I just multiplied that way. Now because I have an x squared, I got to get everything on one side. Moving the 4x over, that becomes 1x. Move the 6 over, it becomes minus 6. And I'm going to try to factor, which is not too hard to do. I need 2 factors of -6 that give me a positive 1. So I got x plus 3x minus 2. So it gives me -3 and positive 2. And again, the last thing you do, plug them in. Now I'm going to just plug them in right here. If I plug -3 in on that side or anywhere really, it gives me a negative number. It can't have a negative log. Plug 2 in. I'm doing that right now in my head. They all look good. So the answer is x is 2. And that's all there is to it. So I really think today's probably a little bit easier than yesterday. But we shall see, I guess, in class tomorrow. But we'll work on them. And I look forward to seeing you then.